But there you go, guys. Love to know your thoughts on that. There seems to be two camps. Love yank tanks or despise yank tanks. So let us know your thoughts. We're back, baby.
Yahoo!
All right, new year. How quick has it gone? January, boom, into February. It is going to fly. It seems that as we're getting older, or maybe it's just as getting older, life's moving a lot quicker.
Oh my goodness, yes. Even he says that.
Now, behind us, new year, new van. Da, 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 da. We are absolutely pinching ourselves. I know you're thinking, hang on, looks exactly like their old van. We did have our Sojourn family bunk van, our Zone RV, for the last, almost 3 years. One of the first ones to roll off the lot there. And it does look very similar, but I tell you what, there's some small differences, but then there's some epic improvements on this van. We can't wait to share them with you during a bit of a shakedown week.
Yes, well, and ongoing, I think, as we really start travelling and really make the most of this amazing van.
Yes, now, talking about features, okay, as we said, it does look the same from the outside, but there are some epic changes to this van that we can't wait to share with you, including new suspension, diesel hot water system, it's gasless internally now, the new composting toilet, 4-ton tow hitch upgrade, the Sizzler on the slide, which we're about to use.
Sizzler on the slide.
Yes, we love that. And probably the biggest change for us is the ALPHA Manager 100 system from Redarc. Supercharge your life. Certainly your lifestyle when you're vanning. We can't wait to give this a really good run.
Oh my goodness. I know this is like camping at its best for us because it's luxurious and so tech savvy, and then you're in these beautiful environments.
Oh, look, okay, it's been 36, 37 degrees across this sort of southeast Queensland over the last week, and this last week, you know, of January, summer showed up. Last night, to be able to sleep with the aircon on, wake up, we still had 53% in our batteries, and it's already back up. So it's quite remarkable how good this system is. Anyway, we're going to share those details.
But right now, we've come up to Hangar O, which is an absolutely stunning off-grid campground here on, I guess, the northern end of the Sunshine Coast, bordering the Fraser Coast. And this is actually where Zone do their handover process, which is so awesome. So we're going to do that later today.
Yes, we've got Dee coming, one of the team members from Zone, to actually do the handover. I think this is one of those moments that really set Zone apart, and every manufacturer should be doing this, because instead of getting, you know, pretty well inundated and overwhelmed with all of that information in like a 2-hour handover, you go away, your head's spinning, and you're like, what'd they say about, how do you do that? How do you do the awning? Which is a good tip. We'd say film your handovers.
Oh, yes, all of those crucial parts was exactly what we did 5 years ago, because we had no idea.
Not a clue.
We referred to that video footage so much.
Yeah, we did when we were starting out. But now you're actually in situ. I mean, this 120-acre stunning property, and if you've got any questions, you're not sure what's going on, well, there's someone on hand to ask, and you can camp out for a couple of nights and really get to know your van and understand the, you know, the intricate details of what does what and how and all that sort of thing. So,
yeah, absolutely.
But right now we're going to come over. We're going to have a look at the van, because we've got to have brekkie. So we're going to use the Sizzler Max.
Yeah, awesome. That's a new feature.
It is. It's like 2.5 times hotter than a Weber. So that freaks me out a bit. Might be burning a few things before I get it right. But look, we've got an epic year ahead. Okay, so from here, we do our shakedown week, a few awesome campsites we're going to share. And then we're heading to the Gold Coast, our hometown.
Yeah, back to the Goldie, but for good reason. We are going to be speaking at the Let's Go Gold Coast Caravan Camping Show, the first one of the 2025 season to kick it off, which is awesome. Yeah,
it's only in a few days, and what's so good about it is we're doing a masterclass on off-road and off-grid living. There's also the towing and weights masterclass. Those guys are
amazing
legends.
Yeah, full of knowledge.
And of course, it's all included in your ticket. We're not here to sell tickets, but get online, because it's $16 and kids are free, and there's loads of entertainment, and we'll be there, and we want to meet you, so come and say hi.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know in the comments if you are going to come along. After the Goldie show, I'm really excited, because we're going to fly down to Melbourne and speak at the Victorian Super Show down there at the Melbourne Showgrounds, and we're really excited about this one. We've never been to this show before.
It's the biggest show in Australia. They get upwards of 45, 50,000 people along 6 days. So it is a big week. But yeah, again, we're speaking a couple of different stages there. We'll be hanging out with Zone team, MSA team. We will be all over the place, but we'll post each day so you can come and say hi. We'd love to meet you.
Yes, and then we're headed to Adelaide to the Let's Go SA Adelaide show, which is at the end of February.
Right.
And look, to get across all of these dates, jump on over to our socials because we've got lots of updates there on where we'll be and what the dates are. But we will be at the Adelaide show as well. We couldn't miss out on that one. Oh, and then we're hitting the road.
Yes, okay. It is 6 months of the entire east coast of Australia. We're heading then back to Melbourne, but this time with the van. And we'll be starting on the Great Ocean Road and working our way up the entire east coast. I mean, 90% of Australians live pretty well within 2-hour drive radius of the coast. I mean, it is really what Australia is all about, and we haven't done it yet. We're so excited. It is going to be epic. Now, the Sojourn family bunk van, it is still bunk van, and yes, Jasper is still with us. Everyone's going, well, where's Jasper Rooney? Jasper!
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Yes, hagazaimasu. Yes, doing his Japanese. He's doing all right with it too, I have to say. He's using an app called Duolingo. It is brilliant.
Yeah, it's actually, he's like, can I do my Japanese? Can I do my Japanese? Which is awesome. Pretty good classroom too, I have to say.
Look, we've had the in-car CD stuff, and it's okay, but it always feels like a chore. I say, right, let's do a Japanese lesson as we're driving on those long days, and he goes, oh, really? Yeah. Lovely 8-year-old comments when you get those from the back seat after 400 kilometres. But this
is awesome.
They've gamified it. So we always say more green and less screen. This is kind of the best of both worlds because it's educational.
There's a screen in the green.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love it.
All right, I'm going to give this, here it is. Look at this. One of the features that we love. Now you can see we rocked in here last night, set up camp, had a fire. Very cool. And then I seasoned the barbecue because you've got to season it before you use it. They basically get you put a little bit of oil on there, low heat, get it to slightly smoke for 5 minutes, and then you rub salt in it, and it's seasoned. So I'm going to get that cranked in a minute. But what we're going to do is a new recipe, and it is called baked berry
oats.
Yes, oats. Looks delicious though. So hopefully we can do this. All right, let's get into it.
And you're going to cook.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Chef Paulie.
Righto. Do you need an assistant?
Now, mixed berry. Come on. Okay, so mixed baked. Okay, here we go. Baked berry oats on the Sizzler. Very simple recipe. We've actually got our NutriBullet. Okay, we love this product. It is 12 volt. So you literally put it on charge, and then you'll get a couple of uses out of it, and then you've got to charge it again. It is a little bit annoying if you pull it out and it hasn't been charged. So, look, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and she's good to go. So we're going to open this up. Basically, we're going to start with almond milk, oat milk, whatever milk really you want to use. But we're going to put maybe, for Katie and I and Jasper, we're going to put about, boom, that much in, 200 mils. Look at that, Chef Paulie making a mess already. Then we're going to add some vanilla bean paste. Give it a healthy amount, look at that. Maybe just a tiny bit more because it mostly stays on the spoon. Then just a teaspoon of baking powder. A good healthy tablespoon of peanut butter. Yeah. Maybe just a little bit more in there, I reckon. What else have we got here? The honey we're going to use at the end if you want to make it that little bit sweeter. But basically, how good is this? This just goes straight back on, like that. Just get the lid back on. Make sure that it's closed. And look, once you press this button on, it's on. So make sure the lid is on before you press it. And I am speaking from experience, but there you go. Chuck it down. I love this thing. It's so good. Da, 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 da. That's going to do it. Okay. Leave that over there. Get yourself some good rolled oats. Let's get this open somehow. Everything's been so... It's testing me this morning. Now, for us, it says to use about 80 grams of oats. So with Jasper, basically, you know, what do you reckon? Something like that?
Oh, yeah.
That looks good.
Who needs to measure?
No, you don't need to measure. Again, Just never press that button. It is always on, right? And we're basically going to pour that in. Da-da-dee, da-da-da. And, oh, look at that peanut butter. A little bit of crunch at the bottom there. Just get that right in. That's it. Just make sure that liquid's gone all the way through. Now, what we're going to do is use some frozen berries. Obviously, fresh berries, great, but with us travelling and being remote quite often, these are awesome. And I think it's like $12 for, what is it, like a kilo? Just, I think it's great value. But you're just going to just sort of sprinkle them on. Now, if you, like us as a parent, have got a fussy 8-year-old, he loves berries.
That one?
Yeah, that one over there. But he doesn't like them frozen. He loves mushrooms, but he doesn't like them cooked. He loves zucchini, but he doesn't like it cooked. He loves carrots, but he doesn't like them cooked. So there's all of these little idiosyncrasies that, as a parent, you want to strangle them. But
I'm not sure you can say that on film, but that's all
you
right.
do. You know the feeling.
Yeah.
When we worked for Australia Zoo and Steve and Terry Irwin, when Steve was still around, Katie was Steve and Terry's personal assistant. And I remember Terry saying to you, and you sharing this with me, choose your battles. When it comes to parenting, and at that stage we were like, oh yeah, whatever. We didn't have a kid then, but she's spot on. Choose your battles, and this is one of those ones, not worth the hassle. We've got some fresh berries for him this time, so I've left a little space. Look at that, Katie. There you go. That is
Jasper's spot.
That's called Jasper Real Estate, right over there.
Beautiful.
A little pain. Okay, now what we're going to do is just basically put the sizzler on a very low heat, and we're going to put this on there, and then we'll check it in probably check it in 10 minutes. I'm going to use a trivet because these are notorious for being super hot, and in some cases too hot. So you've got to really learn your way. But anyway, I think a trivet on there will stop the bottom burning, and then it should be about 15-20 minutes max, and we'll have a delicious brekkie. And healthy.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Hurry up.
Yep.
Get them on.
Righto. Look at that. Looks great, doesn't it? Already looks good. Okay, the trivet. Don't want it to move and fall in the hole. I'm sitting in there. Close that on. I like that it's got the glass and you can actually see in it. And then on this side, it's got a little peephole. Look.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's just so you can check the flames working. I thought it was a like a breather or something to help, you know, give some oxygen to the flame. But it's not. I rang them and I asked.
Do you know what I love about it? I love that it is already screwed down onto the slide. It comes as an option, so you can opt to have it or not.
Yes.
But it's already secured in place. You don't have to strap it down.
No, exactly, which we had to do with our last barbecue. And it fits, but you can undo these little lugs there and then you can move it. And so if you wanted to go for a day trip and you could take it, you can do that as well. Another thing that we've got on board this time is our air fryer. Look at that. Ba-ba-da-bam.
Hello.
Yeah, so good. And look, I mean, we've done this in our previous van as well, is from Bunnings. We just went and got these, you know, you get 4 for $10, these non-slip little foam mats. They don't weigh anything, which is important when you're caravanning, right? But they're excellent because it protects, I guess, the slide itself, but it also means they don't slide around. So yeah, very cool. Righto, we'll come back. I'll check it in 10, and then we'll have the magic of editing, and we'll be eating it, and hopefully it's going to be perfect.
Oh, it looks amazing, Del.
It does.
That's what you've done with it.
They say looking ain't cooking, but we are going to have a look. Boom. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. Yep, no, probably another 10 minutes I reckon. Okay, get these off. Here we go.
How are we looking?
Oh yeah, that looks great. Look at it.
Chef Paulie.
Come over here. Love this. This is actually from the Weber. Isn't that clever? Simple. That way you're not going to get burnt. Now we're going to serve it up. Alright, remembering that we've got little Jasperini's section right there.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
Look, but yeah, just to look at the bottom. Yeah, look, perfect. Browned, but not over the top. I'll Possibly could have left it in for a little bit longer, but look, it's not burnt, and that is the main thing, because you don't want it burnt. Let's bring those over. Good healthy dollop of yogurt or double whipped cream or whatever you want. It'd be great. Let's do it.
All right. Holy, you gonna have some oats with your honey, Jasper?
Yeah. That honey. Hana.
You gonna add honey?
Ah, sure.
So good.
Good.
Yummo. Righto. Let's get into it. Yours looks good too, Jasper. How are you?
Yogurt face.
I mean, it is raining.
Happy days. Not looking too bad at the moment, is it? But I tell you what, the wind has absolutely cranked up, and so we've decided we're going to pack up camp here early at this fantastic location. We call it Kate's Place. We've stayed here a number of times. Now, you can only find this property on Wiki Camps, okay? And they do limit the amount of people. So if you want 10 minutes to the beach and you want that kind of local close access, but you don't want the crowds, this is an outstanding campground. We'll put the details into the description so that you can find it there. But literally, it's a 40-acre property and it's stunning. You do have to be self-contained, okay? And bookings are essential. You can only make your bookings by phoning them by going through Wiki Camps, okay? And if you haven't got Wiki Camps, then where have you been hiding? Because Wiki Camps is only $10, and I think it's probably the best $10 you'll ever spend when you're getting yourself out there caravanning or camping around Oz. Okay, let's get on with it. What I've done here is I've packed up, and it doesn't look that great, does it? It looks like a bit of a mess, but anyway, a couple of things. Now we've got the new van, is that we're changing out a few things. We've picked up the new Starlink Mini, and I will do a proper review on this, but 1 week, amazing. It is already so much better. It's faster, it's lighter, the modem's built in. We just stick it up on the roof and fantastic. It will be also very helpful for Katie because she does quite a bit of work as we're traveling on those long drive days to actually get the proper mount for the vehicle and be able to work on the road. Bit of net time, as we like to call it. Now, talking about vehicles, okay, hasn't this been an absolute ripper of a vehicle, the 79, but we are thinking about saying goodbye. In fact, I'm pretty sure that we are. Now, what we're actually getting, not 100% sure, and it seems to be quite a hot debate, and man, there's some divisive comments on whether you should go for the Yank tank or whether you should, you know, stick with the trusted and true, I guess, synonymous with Touring Australia, the Toyotas. But we are looking for a change. We're looking for something that's definitely a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more room, and I'd love to go back to an automatic vehicle as well after this few years of driving around in this amazing vehicle. But no, we are looking for a change. So leave a comment tell us what you think we should be looking at. We're going to have to turn it around pretty quickly because I am going to put this for sale this week. But there you go, guys. Love to know your thoughts on that. There seems to be two camps. Love yank tanks or despise yank tanks. So let us know your thoughts. But yeah, what a ripper, the V8, hey? We love it. Now, I'm going to go inside and we're going to say hello to Katie, because she's going to give you a quick rundown of some of the features inside the van. But before we do, just one thing, we are on our way down to the Gold Coast, and that is because, as we mentioned, we'll be guest speakers 12 p.m. daily at the Let's Go Gold Coast Outdoor Expo. Okay, it's the Caravan and Outdoor Expo. It is the largest expo they've ever had on the Gold Coast, so we're looking forward to being down there with the team from Caravan in Queensland. We love those guys. We actually purchased our first van at the Let's Go Queensland Caravan show there in Brisbane, and that was, yeah, wow, 5.5 years ago. Hard to believe, isn't it? But on our way, we're going to stop in at McCormack's and see Bodie and his team, the legends, those guys, and they're going to give the 79 a very thorough going over, full service, make sure that it is schmicked before we do go and try and sell a vehicle. And they're also going to wire in for me the HD cable for the Safety Dave camera, because these new Sojourns come with twin high def cameras at the back there. So we love that camera, but I need to run a new cable in the vehicle. So I'll get that done just in the interim, and then when we move into the next vehicle, I'll probably still take the Safety Dave cam with us into the new vehicle. Anyway, enough information. Let's get on to Katie. I'll give her the microphone so that she can say hi. Hello, Jasper. Look, I'll flick this camera around. Here he is.
Hi.
Ta-da. Hey, what do you got here?
I've just done Lego, a lot of Lego, so I've been sandwich bagging them up.
Mate, you're very creative. You're very organised.
So then I don't lose the pieces.
Okay, there you go. Got the mic sorted. Hey, I tell you what, we are lucky that he has your organisation skills.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, look, I'll actually show you. Look at this. Little Jasper. He just does everything nice and neat, doesn't he? He's very good. Mate, you're a very good boy.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, most of the time.
Yeah, lucky that he's got a mum that's like, put this away, do that, back up. Especially in a new van. Welcome to our beautiful new van. I absolutely love this van. I mean, we loved our original Sojourn. It was just incredible, and to travel where we travelled with it over the last almost 3 years. But now to be in this new van, the main difference I think that you'll see straight away obviously is the colour scheme, and we went for a much lighter colour scheme this time around, choosing the rock ash colour in the cupboards, both the uppers and the bottoms, and then we went for the midway flooring as well. So getting rid of those darker tones has even just, don't you think, Paul, made the van feel like it's so much bigger. It feels wider. We feel like we've got a whole heap more living space. And then of course, you know, the fun part of being able to decorate it and, you know, find all of those little bits and pieces to really turn it into home. I need to give my beautiful doona cover a shout out. This is a Sheridan doona cover that we found and we just absolutely love. May have gone a little bit overboard with the pillows.
May have.
They're just a little bit, but it looks beautiful. So we'll see how long the pillows last. Watch this space. But anyway, so that is the main difference. The other main difference internally in this beautiful van, which is not so visible, is that it is now completely gasless. That means that we no longer have, in the last van we had 2 vents either side of the bed down here that were, you know, the legal requirement for gas that we'd need to open every time we got into a campground. Well, now we don't have that because we have no gas at all on the inside. Jasper's pretty happy actually, because undoing the gas vents when we got to camp and doing them up before we hit the road was one of his chores, so he's pretty happy he's lost a weekly job. So with the gasless means that we are now full induction. So that's, we've got the 2 induction cooktop here in the kitchen on the inside, and then we have the portable induction in the outdoor kitchen, which is awesome also. And again, because we've got that massive battery bank, those 800 amp hours of lithium and all of that solar on the roof, it just means we've got the power to be able to cook on the induction. This is so quick, isn't it, Paul?
Quick, yeah.
like we're only a week in, so we're still getting used to everything and learning how everything is working. But this is so hot and so quick. So most of the things that I've been doing on the induction have been on a really low heat because of how amazing it is. So anyway, I'll get a bit more adventurous with the recipes and the cooking here. So because we're gasless, we're now on diesel hot water, and this is a major change again for this Caravan. I'll show you in the cupboard up the back where that lives now.
Oh, there's Jasper's housewarming gift for Katie. He wanted to, we went past, it was actually like a reject shop.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
And he said, oh, can we get that for Mum? So there you go.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
He's a good boy.
Yes.
Righto.
Okay, so in this back cupboard here, we have our pump, our filter, and then our diesel hot water system. And again, we're still learning the ins and outs of this, but I tell you what, it couldn't be any easier. You simply flick a little button, it turns on when you want it. You wait maybe, I don't know, Paul, 1-2 minutes, and then you have hot water. And as long as you've got water, so whether you're connected to mains or your tanks are full, you can have as long a shower as you want. Now, we're accustomed obviously to nice quick showers, but in the previous van we had the 14 litre hot water tank, so that would fill, get hot, you'd have 14 litres to work with, and then you'd have to wait about 15-20 minutes for it to reheat. Not in this van. We can do one in, one out. It's awesome. I'm really loving the diesel hot water, and of course we've got the diesel heater as well, and this is the controller for this. So I mean, at the moment it's stinking hot here in Queensland, so no use for that. But they both work off 2 tanks in the front toolbox, and look, who knows, we'll be able to update you on how much consumption of diesel they use when we're using them, and we get to know that system better as well. Okay, so bedroom, again, we've got those neat under floor storage lockers on either side of the main bed here. So that's shoes for all of us. And then on the other side, Paul's got gear and equipment. We've got the wardrobes. Again, I opted to put shelves in mine. Paulie's got hanging. Well, look at that, Paul. It's nice and organised.
Wasn't just a minute ago.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Different accents with the colour scheme in this van as well. So we've got the black Sirocco fans this time, which I actually think is a much smarter idea. Maybe they'll hide more sins, who knows. And also the black handles in the kitchen as well, which I really love, just that highlight of colour. Now, the TV is bigger. The boys are stoked. They're super happy. We've got a few more inches this time around, so they're pretty happy about that. We'll take that down before we travel, and we just travel with that on the bed under, you know, the plethora of pillows to protect it. What else is new in this van? Lighting. Okay, now, look, I'm sure we're not the only ones that think that every single Caravan out there is probably way overlit in terms of how much lighting you've got in such a small space and the different options. What we love about this van is that the strip lights are now dimmable. So good. It's beautiful at night time. You can bring them right down, create quite a romantic mood. Well, you know, as romantic as you can be in a family van.
I have not been here for any of these mood changes, but anyway.
Yeah, anyway, they're beautiful. And these overhead lights as well are great because we can pop them on the blue. Again, great for trying to keep the bugs out, and they're dimmable as well. Another major change that we have in this van is in the bathroom.
Let's have a look here. Actually, I'll put a light on. Boom.
Beautiful. So we've got a little bit more storage with the overhead lockers, and we've got the new OGO Composting Toilet. So we have had the composting toilet in the previous van, but that was a Nature's Head. We've still got that big, beautiful shower space, which is amazing, really, how big that is. But the OGO, you know, a week in, we can say, awesome, love the OGO. I think the biggest difference with that, and in fact, we should do a segment on it when we're doing it, is the ease of being able to empty the solids compartment compared to the Nature's Head.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Whether you're, you know, grey nomad or
me.
I mean, it was a lot heavier to do the other one, whereas this is so much easier.
Exactly.
All right, ready to roll?
Yes.
Jasper Rooney.
Hi.
Oh, you can bring your book with you, mate.
All right.
What are you reading? Oh.
I'm reading Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator.
Oh, classic.
So good. Have you read the first one? And the Chocolate Factory?
I haven't read the first one, but I've seen the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And we've got that book to read this year for school, actually, Jasper. So
excellent.
good stuff. All right.
Bookworm, we love it.
Let's make a quick cup of tea, pack down the TV and the Starlink, and hit the road, hey?
All right.
Boom.
All right, awesome.
All right. See you shortly. Bye. Look out the window.
Yeah. Duckies walking in a line.
Got to get all your ducks in a row, mate.
They are.
Hi ho, it's off to pond we go. Look at him! That is really cool.
It's what we got.
Is the one at the back the ugly duckling, Katie, or just really dirty? Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family and happy trails.